Hey, I've seen a lot of other goalies doing the what's in my bag videos, so figured I'd give you a little look into what's in my bag. But things are going to be a little different the way I do it, because I'm not going to show you my chest protector, my knee pads, some of the things that, if you've watched my videos, you know I change on a game by game basis. So a lot of that stuff is never the same, so I show that in my game videos. Anyway, let's get started. First of all, it's typically a vintage Cooper bag that I use. I have probably 7 or 8 of those to pick from. I guess we'll start with my normal go-to skates are my CCM Tax 852s. And I do have vintage Cooper skate guards on them. Along with the skates, I have a Flint Firebirds towel that I use for wiping off my blades and make sure my blades are really dry, and underneath them in the little grooves. These areas inside of here, make sure all of that, so that I don't get any rust from week to week on my blade, especially with this style of skate guard that can trap the water in there. My handy Cooper water bottle, the Hockey News. This was a gift from another sort of local vintage goalie collector. I believe 1 year ago today he gave me this, and I use it like for every game. I tried switching to the Gatorade bottle, but I just have problems with the cap and the size of the bottles. You know what? This is really easy to use without taking off my blocker. These things go with me every game I play. These are just the like spandex material ace knee supports with the hole for patella. I've got bad knees, pretty bad knees, and if I didn't have these things with me, I'd have a real hard time playing any game. So these go on at the beginning of every game. Just a little random bag. Actually, this was made by my sister-in-law several years back for my youngest son, whose name happens to be Cooper. Honestly, that's just kind of by accident. I had a different bag that was falling all apart, and it needed something different. This was the only thing I could find in that size. Inside of there is always my shampoo, and then I put like my shower towel, a smaller like hand towel for wiping down my head and so on, and change of clean clothes for after the game. This bag here happens to be a vintage Badger mask bag, and this is what I carry all of my camera accessories in. So my in-net, couple of these things for on the glass, and I usually I have a velvet pouch that I put my cameras in, and then that goes inside of here too for traveling. Then we get to, as a vintage goalie, this bag is pretty important to me, and I carry a lot of different things inside of here. Tons of different tapes, because you never know when you're going to need tape. Wax, primarily use that. I don't really use it on my stick blades, but I do use it on the in-net camera box. A bag with several replacement leather straps. Very, very necessary, and the plastic knife for running them through if I need to. with some hockey tape. I have a posted on Instagram a small video about that. I have several of these little guys that are basically, you know, leather strap, 8 inches long, 12 inches long, whatever, with a buckle. I carry a bunch of these, and I'll show you why. A lot of times with the older pads, especially the old leather, the top strap or the top 2 straps just aren't long enough to wear comfortably. So I just make these as little buckle extensions, and I can buckle it on, and that'll give me, in this particular case, you know, an extra 4 inches on that strap without having to. So it's easy to replace these bottom ones, all the lower straps, but these here have to be sewn on, and I don't really like, I've done it on a couple sets where I lace an extension on, but I'm kind of I change pants all the time, so it feels different, and I need something that I can, you know, maybe easily adjust for comfort. There is no fixed sizing on straps for me. So like I said, I carry several of those. I've used scraps to make extra toe straps. Look, here's more of my extensions, because I'm always afraid I'm going to leave one in the locker room, so I carry extras. Some kind of heavy-duty scissors with like a serrated edge in case I've replaced straps. A lot of times I'll replace straps right before I go to a game. Then I go to suit up and I've got like an extra 8 inches or 10 inches of strap. I can cut this off, you know, use this to cut it. Some more extra toe straps, a little miscellaneous utility knife. I'll tell you where this comes in handy again. There's been times I get there and like forgot to look at the toe straps on my that are, you know, hooked on my pad, and let me see if I can find one here. And maybe on the one side, I'm kind of particular about my toe straps, and sometimes on the one side there's only one hole, and that's not good for me sometimes if it's a long strap. So I'll run this corkscrew thing through and put an extra hole if I need to, and then use another tool on here to kind of round it out so that I can adjust that. And it's, you know, a knife for cutting off tape or whatever needs to be done. I have a re-edge tool. This is the re-edger. I don't sharpen my skates very often, maybe twice a year at the most, and typically I'll just run this once or twice gently across my blade before a game, and that's all I need. More tape, a handy set of washers and extended length screws, and these are, there's a set of 4 here. These are for the SK2000 bumpers. If you ever have used one of those, a lot of times the little insert hole for the bumper will crack and break loose, or 2 of them will, and you're in a pinch. This is a great way to be able to replace the screw, use this washer on the outside of the bumper, and your helmet's not going to fall apart mid-game. Usually an extra lace or 2, because you never know when you'll need those for a pant, or I've never had, oh, I shouldn't say that. I've never had a problem with my skate lace, but you know, you never know when you're going to need something like that. That looks like about it inside of the bag here. Let me see if there's anything else in here. Yeah. Shower sandals. Never walk barefoot in a public shower. And I usually have a couple of pucks just in case, you know, the guys, whoever's in charge of pucks for warm-ups didn't show up or whatever, we can grab a couple out of my bag. So that's everything I carry as far as support utensils and miscellaneous kind of stuff, water bottle and so on. Again, I change pads, chest protector, knee pads, pants, gloves, and mask basically every game. So that wraps up the What's in My Bag video. All those things are important to me as a guy that wears all this vintage goalie gear. If you liked the video, please make sure you're subscribed and feel free to share it with your friends or whoever. You might want to hit the little bell icon there and turn on notifications for when I upload new videos. I'm going to keep trying to do more videos that aren't just games, because I have some other ideas that I think most people will like. Thanks.